Hello.
Hello, Gene. You're a stupid head.
Homer, is that you?
Hello and welcome back to another Kaldheim spoiler video. We are well into Kaldheim spoiler season, and after the official announcement stream on Twitch, cards started being released fast. So fast, in fact, I couldn't keep up. So today I'm going to do something a little different and talk about something that no one else seems to have noticed. I'm going to address a select few cards, and not the same cards that everyone else is addressing. I know there's a counterspell in Red, and a crazy enchantment that copies every permanent you play, I am aware. But I wanted to address something big that I noticed. Now, it's only present on a couple of cards so far, but that's usually how this kind of thing starts. And I think going forward they may start to template cards like this more in the future. So the templating I want to talk about is on Toralf, God of Fury, and Aegar, the Freezing Flame. Both cards talk about excess damage. We have seen that once already on a card called Ramthru from Ikoria. That card was a common card and saw a huge amount of play, acted as removal in green that can be used on a normal creature in a pinch, or when used on a creature with trample, which is a lot in standard currently. It deals the excess damage to an opponent. Similar to Ralph does this with any non-combat damage spell. For example, in Kaldheim there's a spell called Squash. It deals 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So with Toralf out on the field, it means that if you target a 4/4, like say a Questing Beast, the remaining 2 damage can hit another target, either the player or another creature. So it could potentially remove 2 creatures. With Aegar, something similar, but it will draw you a card. There's also a card in Kaldheim called Blizzard Brawl, which allows your creature to fight an opponent's creature. Again, this is non-combat damage, so any excess will flow over. With Calamity Bearer, also in this set, it means that excess damage can be doubled from these sources. Or better yet, with a Cinderheart Giant's Death Trigger, you could hit Questing Beasts for 4, hit an opponent for 4, and draw a card. That's pretty good, that's quite a combo. Of course, all this is very mana intensive, as giants cost quite a lot of mana. However, there are discounts to be had within the set, like Squash. Also worth noting is if you target Toralf with Ramthru and say hit your opponent's 2/1, let's say they have a Lotus Cobra, you actually end up hitting your opponent for 6, because Toralf deals excess trample damage on Ramthru and also triggers on himself too, so it deals 6 damage to your opponent as well as removing their Lotus Cobra. Outside of Changeling, the majority of giants appear to be in blue and red, so green removal might not be within your colours. So let's look at another spell from the set. Crush the Weak, which is a red spell which deals 2 damage to each creature, meaning if your opponent has a bunch of 1/1s because they're playing the elf deck, you could end up cleaning your opponent's board and dealing a whole bunch of damage to your opponent as well, with Toralf on the field. Outside of Limited, these cards add extra value to red burn decks and throw damage doublers into the mix, and they could be very powerful indeed, even in Commander. It is troublesome if templating like this becomes more common in the future. On one hand it helps red burn spells, and is less of a feel bad when you have to target a 2/2 with a spell that does 6 damage, say. But on the other hand, it's also rewarding in a player who just played a removal spell, meaning if they are already ahead and get bonus damage and draw a card, it's going to be a lot harder for the player who's just had a creature removed to catch up if they're already behind. Up until recently, Red has needed a lot of help, but with all the damage doublers, I'm not sure it needs this templating on top of that, and that's providing it stays within red or blue going forward. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below if you think this is a good thing or a bad thing going forwards. I'm sure we'll see more of this and cards in the future. Okay, that's it for today. I just wanted to do a very short video looking at this, seeing what people think. I'm not going to do any more Kaldheim spoiler videos because the cards are coming out so fast I can't keep up to look at them all. And to be honest, it's only a couple of weeks until the set's out proper on Arena anyway, so I'll be doing some drafts, Kaldheim drafts going forward, and seeing how that goes. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It would really help my channel out. I'm trying to get my channel as big as possible and grow it as big as possible. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be doing some Kaldheim draft videos soon. Thank you.